joining the show. We've got Gulliver Quinn. Who else? Scott Pioli making a stop here as well. We've got Toe Drag Swag on the way. But let's talk Patriots. They lost to the Texans on Sunday, falling to 4-6 this season. Now, quarterback Cam Newton was terse in discussing his future in New England. Take a listen.
Do you have interest in being a Patriot in 2021?
Man, I have interest in winning the Arizona Cardinals game. How about that? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many things that I mean, I don't want to even harp or dwell or even think. I think my as the Bible says, my cup is runneth over us. You know, with just trying to focus on, you know, the near future rather than the far future.
Oh, time for some would you rather. Would you rather have a kitty cat looking up, or would you rather have a puppy wearing a helmet? Those kind of questions are the ones we dish out and answer right here on the show. You just heard from Cam. Very Patriot-esque answer. Focus on the next game, nothing else beyond that. But if you were Cam, would you rather stick with the Patriots, who are due to get reinforcements back? A lot of opt-outs this year. Weird year. Or would you rather start anew in 2021?
I'd rather stick with the Patriots. One, you know that a ton of guys are coming back. You don't know what they're going to do in the draft. And on top of that, it's one of those places where older veteran players, really good veteran players, tend to land. So what if Cam Newton, over the next couple of years, what if they find like a Randy Moss, a guy who leaves one squad and then goes there and balls out? You going somewhere else is a huge question mark on the team, the chemistry, the coaching, even the legacy of some of these squads. If you're with the Patriots, you know you have a chance, at least a chance, to be one of the best teams in the business.
I feel like if you start anew, you're probably going to a team that has a young quarterback that they just drafted, that they're going to be grooming, and you might be just a placeholder. I don't know if that's the case with the Patriots. I don't know if Stidham's the guy or if they plan on drafting a quarterback. If they are 4-6 now, say they finish 7-9, 9-7, they're not getting one of the top guys. So just from playing time and getting a chance to do it, I would stick with the Patriots. I don't think there's going to be a long line of suitors for Cam based on this season necessarily. I think he's established something with Josh McDaniels. I just don't know if the Patriots are looking to bring back Cam.
I don't know. We'll find out in the next 6 weeks. I think Belichick really likes him. I think he would love to have a future with him. It reminds me of Billy Madison grabs a little kid with the chubby cheeks and he's like, stay here. Stay as long as you can. Cherish it. Because I want to go to high school. No, stay here. Stay with Belichick. Stay with McDaniels. They know how to use you. Guys, we've seen some amazing moments from him this year. We've had moments at this table where, like, should they talk about extending Cam? He's that good. I also think if you start to go off and play the fields, I mean, there's a lot of good young quarterbacks coming out of the draft next year. All those teams are going to really fancy them, so they bring in Cam, then they draft one. I don't think Jarrett Stidham's going to be the thing. I feel like Jarrett Stidham was cucked, as they say, by Belichick and Cam. I feel like they had a relationship, and all of a sudden, Belichick's like, no, I'm going to go with this guy. And I don't think you could ever really recover from that. New England's not pretty right now, but it's a great company and a great coach. I can't see him leaving.
I think this is an anomaly this year. I mean, let's be honest. Before COVID, before Cam came down with it, and before Stephon Gilmore hasn't been on the field, this team was on a different trajectory.
Yeah, and I think if you take Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung and put them back on this team, that could be a win. That could be 2 wins. I think they'll get those guys back. They'll add people. This is a terrible year for New England and a historic year, but I don't think it's the end of the empire.
There's a lot to build off of.
I think so.
In New England. Okay, and they have that guy, Bill. Bucks lose at home to the Rams. Last night, they did not, in fact, have Bill Belichick down there. No.
Bro, man.
Yeah, it's just a bad read, and, you know, Cam was running up the seam, and just at the last second, I saw the safety coming over and just, you know, popped it over Cam's head. So just a bad read, bad throw, decision, everything.
On a night like this, how disappointed are you in yourself?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a good word, disappointed, and I have to do a better job. Absolutely.
Oh, everybody's disappointed. You know, we played a game that we just didn't make quite enough plays to win. Nobody's heads down. We got a big one coming up next week. So we know where we stand, and next game's even bigger.
These Buccaneers are 1-3 in prime time this season. The next game for Tampa Bay is the Chiefs. That one is on Sunday. It's not going to get much easier for them from here. Do the Bucs look like a team that can compete down the stretch in the NFC? I call them Katy Perry hot and cold. What do you think?
They go up and down, and they've got all these fancy names.
I think they're living a teenage dream right now.
They might be in a they can use a firework. Honestly,
I want to see them roar.
We're going to do the entire
let's go.
greatest hits if we want. They're picking daisies. But I would say this.
I don't know that one.
The new hit.
Oh, new Katy Perry. That's where it's at.
Nate.
Hey, you go. My microphone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate.
I don't know what was going on with that one. It's cool, though.
No, you're watching Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, you're too busy
Good
watching
radio
Cat in the
hits
Hat.
right there.
Daisy Duke's bikini on top.
Katy Perry. Let me bring it back to football.
Please.
Oh, please, Nate.
We'd welcome that.
When it comes to this team, I'm looking at this game yesterday. They lose by 3 points, and Tom Brady has those uncharacteristic turnovers. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's just Tom Brady. You got to take care of the ball. He lost the game. No, let's give credit to the Rams. They won the game. They beat them fair and square, and the defense put pressure on Tom Brady from the jump. But can they fix that? Can Tom Brady fix that? Is Tom Brady going to come out and throw another two interceptions next week? I don't believe so. And when you look at the rest of the season, I made the point earlier that he had an 11-5 season in 2018 where he won the Super Bowl. So there's times in that season where we thought, can they do it? Should we panic? Tom's going to sit back, look at his team, look at his head coach. We're good to go. Now, you mentioned KC. Tough game. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to say it's going to be KC's game to lose. Then after that, you play the Falcons twice. You got the Lions. So the rest of the schedule looks like it is in favor of the Buccaneers, not only correcting their mistakes, but catching a rhythm and a heater. Tom Brady, throughout his career.
Can they string together 3 playoff wins to get to? Are they a Super Bowl contender? They dismantled
Super Bowl or compete in the playoffs? Because the original question is compete in the playoffs. I believe they can. Now, win a Super Bowl, if they catch a rhythm and they win out, say they get a big win in KC, and then they beat the rest of the teams they face the rest of the season, Tom Brady, when he has momentum going to the playoffs, is dangerous. When he doesn't, like we saw in his last year with the Pats, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I don't even know if they need to beat Kansas City. My whole thing is the NFC it's not great. Like,
right.
We are known as a show to sometimes jump on some bandwagons, and I feel like I've jumped on quite a few this year and then been told, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be on this bandwagon.
Too soon?
Packers, Seahawks, Cardinals last week. I was wearing, Cardinals red and like, oh, Kyler, they lost to the Seahawks.
Peter, we're getting fired up about the Vikings last week.
We were trying.
The NFC is the cat in the hat of conferences.
It is. It is. Just wait until I get on my Giants podium if the Giants win again this week.
Oh, the places you'll go, Peter.
Exactly. That's my point. To the Buccaneers, hey, we get to a playoffs. You got a 6-time Super Bowl champion. They don't look good. Yeah. Last night they did not look good. Brady did not look great.
Yeah.
The offense, for all these fun, dazzling offenses, theirs is not one of them. Bruce Arians is a quarterback whisperer, and Byron Leftwich is getting head coaching talk. I'd like to watch the film last night and tell me what was creative when you've got 3 of the best wide receivers in the sport.
Right.
And you've got a running back, Leonard Fournette, who can't even get past the line of scrimmage, and Ronald Jones. Bucs are not great right now, but the NFC isn't either, and that's why I can't count them out.
Tom Brady has his job, I think we can all agree, because Jameis Winston threw really bad interceptions in big moments and they had to move on from him. Brady threw a couple last night, including one to end the game bitterly and disappointingly. And he walked right off the field and didn't shake Jared Goff's hand. I'm not going to be on a sportsmanship soapbox. I'm not wired that way. But I would like to know what's going on here, because it's a really bad look when the other quarterback is sitting there shaking your teammates' hands, clearly loitering around waiting for you. It's a bad look for Brady. It's a bad look for the Bucs. I think it's a bad look for the league.